I want to let you know how you can make your own favorite. You know, there are a whole bunch of favorites here inside this drop-down list, and all these were made by Adobe engineers and use other effects. And, you know, for the most part, you probably would do these within the effect rather than rely on a favorite, except for auto heal and repair DC offset. So the power of favorites may be less these presets and more your own favorites. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this tutorial. To follow along, go get these two files. Noises Music WAV is inside the Working Files Noises subfolder. And then the vocal excerpt is inside the music. Just couldn't be that way. We'll scroll down here and there's the vocal excerpt there. We're going to start with the noises first. I'm going to show you how to make two favorites. One using a favorite and then doing something else with it, and then one using multiple effects. And we'll start with using the auto heal. I'll use it on this clip over here, so I'm going to zoom in on it by right-clicking in the time ruler and stretching it across there just to zoom in on that effect. This is the one that has the clicks in it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make a selection and use auto heal and then raise the decibel level. You know, sometimes an auto heal kind of drops the volume in the area that's been healed. And it's good if you can have a preset, a favorite that takes care of that with one keystroke. So let me show you how to do that. The first order of business is to make the selection. It would be nice if Audition could make the selection for you, but that would be asking a lot. So we can't really have making the selection be part of the favorite. So there's the selection, that click right there. So now we ask Audition to record our actions and turn that into a favorite. So I go to Favorites, Start Recording Favorite. And you get this big message here saying it's being recorded, it explains the whole thing to you and blah, 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 which is fine. I'll leave this unchecked for now, but we'll say okay. And now it's recording. So we need to tell it to do something. So we go to Favorites, Auto Heal. Okay, now it's recorded that auto heal is going to be part of this favorite. But I also want to raise the volume. I want to raise it, let's say 3.5 dB. It's kind of, I think, the good mid-range to get the volume back to where we want it to be. And now I'm done. That's, two things at once. So I'm going to go back to favorites now and say, okay, stop recording. When you do that, you get the Save Favorite dialog box. I'm going to give it a name. I'll call it Jeff's Auto Heal, like that. And now I'm going to undo all this stuff and just do it on its own with the favorite. So I'll select that again. Won't be the exact same selection, but it'll be close. And now I'll go to Favorites, and there will be the one we just added, Jeff's Auto Heal, alphabetically placed there. And it will have done both things. It will have done the auto heal and applied the amplitude change. If you watched it go by real fast, you saw that it did the auto heal, then a little message came up saying applying the amplitude change. And that made this difference. And you don't hear the volume drop there where you did the auto healing. Now you can turn that into a keyboard shortcut. So I'm going to go to Edit, or on a Mac, that'll be Adobe Audition, Keyboard Shortcuts, and we'll go down to Favorites. And inside Favorites will be the one we just added. How cool is that? So we can add a keyboard shortcut to that if we want to. And I've used Control-J for auto heal before, so I'm going to use it here as well. It'll replace it because I'm not sure how many keyboard shortcuts out there are available. So we'll just go to Control-J for this one. It'll be Command-J on a Mac. It says, you're going to change it. I'm going to say, that's okay. I don't mind. So now if I make a selection, we'll just select this area here, for example. And now if I go Control-J, if you watch the little message go by, you'll see it does auto heal plus it does an amplitude change. Auto healing and amplitude change. Right there. It happens so quickly you can barely see it. And so it does that there as well. And so now we're done. If you decide that your preset, your favorite, is not really working that well, you can delete it. Favorites, delete favorites, and in the drop-down list, select the one that you added and delete it. We won't do that. We'll keep this guy for now. Okay, let's talk about making a more complex one. So I'm going to go to the vocal excerpt here. And I want to make a complex favorite. I'll go back to the waveform view. And I want to add some reverb and some vocal enhancement and even a little bit of echo, which is probably one step beyond what I would normally do, but I want you to see how that all works. So I'm going to go to the favorites again. I'm going to say start recording favorite. So now we're getting this message again. Click OK. So now it's going to, basically keep track of all the things we do. Effects. First of all, I want to do the special, do the vocal enhancer, female. So I apply that. I just can't say OK or something. I've got to apply it to make the change. Now that's one step. Go back to effects, go to reverb. Let's go to studio reverb, and we'll pick vocal reverb medium, which is a preset within this effect, but I'll make some changes. Drop the dry output and increase the wet output there to make it a little bit more of an echo. You can even listen to it if you want.
I couldn't give you what you...
Okay, and I apply that. So we'll try one more thing. Go to Effects, and go to Modulation, and go to Chorus. So we'll have multiple voices here. Listen to that.
wanted. I couldn't give what you were asking.
Now, I'm not saying that's a good preset, but I'm showing you how you can have 3 different effects or any number of effects, and where you change the parameters. You don't have to go with any presets here or the default one. You can make the change to the parameters. Now I'm going to apply this. So we've done 3 different effects. We've changed some parameters. And now I'm going to say, okay, stop recording. Stop recording. And I'm going to call this one Jeff's. I will call it Vocal, Reverb, and Chorus. All right. And I'll undo all the stuff that I just did by going Control-Z several times, or Command-Z on a Mac. Now we're back to the beginning. Here's the original.
Couldn't give you what...
And now I just apply the preset by going Favorites, Jeff's Vocal Reverb, and bam, it does 1, 2, and 3 things. Done. Here's the fixed.
I couldn't give you what you wanted.
The value of this is that there may be something that you apply to a lot of things, like a telephone voice or a reverb that you want to apply equally to all future clips from a particular location, whatever. You can create that combination of effects, even if it's multiple effects, not just a favorite like Auto Heal. Create a combination of effects and save that as a favorite, which you then can access. And if you want to apply a keyboard shortcut to it, you can do that too. That's a pretty powerful feature here inside Adobe Audition.